Welcome to October week one's weekly recap on GJ. And we'll be going over what moves were the best. Quality moves we'll go over each day. And this was the analysis from last week. We said that needed safe break for above 136.800 buys. Market was currently accumulating, right? We had a change in cycle. Buys up to 138, 137.8, right? That area essentially 138.00, right? 137.8. So that area was the next supply, okay? So let's get started off. This is how it was. That's how it was. We had a level here. So this level that we had, I'm just going to extend it up there. Let me just 1 second. So we had this level right here, right? And essentially on Monday, this is what price said. Price is here. It pulled down, grabbed liquidity at 0.200, and then went up. Excuse me. So went up 60 pips, consolidated, then broke it, right? And then went up. But so the problem with this was that it wasn't at a key level, but it was still a liquidity grab, right? So it wasn't the most quality setup, but it was still 60 pips and target was here. So I've seen this happen before where price goes down below the previous low, which is right, like one of the previous lows right here, right? Grabs liquidity because anything below that low is just further buy orders. And like in this case, if price went down, it might have been, it's just further liquidity for buys, right? Further premium price for buys. Broke up Monday. So, and then we failed on October 5th. We failed to stay above. We came down. A lot of people thought that GJ was going to be sells, right? But that's not the case, right? This is just, we created an intraday high. Got to keep in mind that the market doesn't always move perfect. Created an intraday high, came down to 135.800, and that was during the next morning. So, Tuesday we created that high, right? Price consolidated. So if it broke up, it would have continued up, but it didn't. I scalped buys at this level because of retest of this market structure, 136.800, and I thought price was going to continue up. So I took profit for like 25 pips. Wasn't a lot, but it was a scalper. I was expecting it to go up, but it didn't. So we took profit on all three positions, and price came down eventually, and then it came down to 135.800, right? And that was a level which was right here, 136-ish level, right there. So 1 second, I'm just going to draw that level, actually 136, because that's much cleaner. Okay, so I'll extend this out and we'll go over what happened next. So remove these. Okay, so Wednesday price comes down to 136, right? Comes down October 6th, and then we reject it, okay? And then you see price starts closing out. So we create a low. This is what I mean. This doesn't mean that direction is now changed. We're just creating a higher low in higher time frames, right? So price tapped 800-ish, right? Came back above, retest, create a higher low right there in late Asian. And then by London, price was consolidating for push up, right? So essentially this was just formation of a higher low right here, right? So more price pushing up and then price consolidating right there right before pre-London, and then price pushed up, consolidated before London open, and then we reach 136.800, which is this level right here, right? So you see how simple that move was, and then we can go further in depth. If you go in 5 minutes, so I entered, so it was a low, higher low, and then I entered buys. You see this like little consolidation happening. So this was just for push up. I entered buys right here at 2.3, 136.23, and then price kind of pushed up, consolidated for London Open, broke up after London Open, and then we continued up easily to 136.800. I closed majority at 136.72, and then for like 50, almost 50, and I held the runner till 136.800. So this is a good entry, right? Consolidation, more consolidation. Once you broke up, continued up, right? So essentially that was just a higher low. And then the next, in the morning, New York, price came down, and you see it tapped exactly at 136.00 before going up. So this was Brexit news. Brexit headline came out, we tapped it, but it still buys, right? That doesn't really change anything. And then we broke, oops. So this was a very clean setup. Then we broke back above 136.800, right? Retesting, pushed up. So where is it? Right here. Pre-London on, I think this was Thursday, I believe. Pre-London consolidating, right? So pre-London consolidating. Once we broke up, we got a retest and then price continued up. This wasn't clean at all. I did not like this setup. Barely anything. Price came down. This was cleaner. So this was in New York. Price came back down to this market structure at 136.800. You can see how it reacted. Price actually created higher lows, right? So it created higher lows, and then I saw people took buys here. They sent me pictures, right? Wasn't the best 40 pips, right? Not the cleanest, but it was 40 pips. And then there's a clean setup on Friday in New York. This wasn't clean in London, right? But Friday in New York, price came down, tapped 136.800, and then we went up, hit the target at 137.800 exactly, right? So that was a clean setup. But excuse me, London on Friday, this is what London did on Friday. London on Friday, price was just ranging, right? It was ranging and then came down, grabbed liquidity at 137.0. You see all these wicks here, several entry points, and then up to 137.400, which was around 30 pips, right? Not what we're looking for, but still, it wasn't at a key level or anything. But so let's go over the quality sub. This was a quality setup, tap of active retest of market structure, right? Price came down, rejected it, and up to 136.700. This was a clean setup. I'll show where I entered. I entered on the 1 minute, 60 pips. Entry below, right there. To me, these were the only clean setups. I know people took sells here. I personally didn't like that because we're trending up, so I don't want to be going against, but that was a clean setup. Not a lot of clean setups, just these two, 60, 90, 90, 100 pips, so 160 pips, right? Still a lot, but it just comes down to waiting, right? You get paid to wait, and that's what we have to keep in mind. Even if you caught this maybe at a limit, but nevertheless, like rest of the week was kind of choppy, as you can see, but we did reach our target of 137.8, 138. Had that, right? It didn't play out exactly because although price broke up, it came down, retested, but we did end up at this level, reach the target, right? And we're still where we should push up a bit more, but that was that. Two clean setups. I didn't like the one on the first day, like where'd it go? This, I wasn't a fan of this. I can see why some people took it, but I just didn't like that because it wasn't at a higher time frame level, right? All right, thanks for watching. This is GJ's weekly recap. Take care.